On the island of Sardinia stand the ruins of thousands of stone towers called Nuragi. The Marmila region has been a key location for archaeological research following the excavation of the Nuragi in the town of Barumini. The territory of Barumini includes 27 Nuragic sites of various kinds. We decided to take a run around some of these majestic towers located at the boundaries of Barumini. These massive truncated cones once stood up to several meters high and were held erect by the sheer weight of their roughly shaped stones. The Marfordi Nuragi was built with large polygonal and round-shaped basaltic stones. It can be accessed from a narrow doorway and contains a circular chamber originally covered with a false vault ceiling. Laid in circular tiers and stepped back from the bottom of the tower to its flat top, the stones enclosed beehive-shaped vaults. The number of peer-reviewed publications on Nuragic Sardinia is limited. Elsevier Skopos lists only 47 peer-reviewed articles on the topic. Most literature seems to be in the form of books. The contributions from Giovanni Liliu have probably been the most remarkable. Despite the number of excavated sites across the island, the function of Nuragi remains a matter of debate. Nuragi have been interpreted as fortified buildings like the medieval castles, family residences, symbols of power, territorial markers, and storehouses. The Masete Nuragi has two towers connected by a corridor. Excavations conducted in the 19th century revealed a bronze two-edged axe, wild boar teeth, and deer horns. The Nuragic civilization dates back to at least the Middle Bronze Age period, between 1600 and 1500 BC. Despite the several excavations, Nuragic chronology is still poorly defined. Proto-Nuragi are considered to be the earliest form of Nuragi. Tolos Nuragi show one, simple Nuragi, or more towers, complex Nuragi. Complex Nuragi are believed to postdate the construction of single tower ones. Apparently, Nuragi were no longer built since the final Bronze Age between 1200 and 1020 BC. During this period, Nuragic civilization underwent a series of profound transformations and decline. The Nuragi of Santu Loggiore is located in an area with Roman settlement ruins and the remains of a medieval church. The towers of Sardinia were wonders of antiquity. Native legends in Sardinia regarded the towers as monuments of an early and happier era, when the island was governed by wise and powerful men. The Serdeli Nuragi is a mono-tower with a diameter of 9.5 meters. The entrance roughly faces south. It is about 3 meters tall from ground level. The inner part of the tower, which is 2.5 meters thick, is covered with collapsed walls and soil. The outside is made of 8 to 11 regular rows of squared calcareous stones, placed in opus quadratum without the use of mortar. Perhaps the Romans had the best name for the Nuragi. They called them castra, or fortresses. This term reflects the Romans' first-hand experience with the towers, gained in the conquest of Sardinia that began in 231 BC. To us, no less than to the ancients, these structures seem more the work of heroes than of men. Remains of a micro-village, which is now destroyed probably because of intense farming, surround the Sarsepara Nuragi. Milestones, pestles, a javelin tip, and clay pottery were discovered nearby. The Uru Nuragi is a complex Nuragi made of several towers. Unfortunately, this building appears almost completely buried or destroyed. A careful survey would be required to clarify its exact planimetry. The The great number and scattered distribution of Nuragi seem to suggest that the Sardinians had not achieved an urban culture. To guard the pastures and grain fields, the towers were built preferably on heights. It is worth mentioning that, unfortunately, pseudo-archaeology has been creeping in Sardinia in the past decades. Common topics would include Sardinians conquering Europe, the identification of Sardinia as the mythical land of Atlantis, the Nuragic civilization being wiped out by a huge tsunami, skeletons of ancient giant humans, Nuragic architects being aided in their development by ancient aliens, and so on. While pseudo-archaeology might sell books, it actually misrepresents the past and misleads the public. Nuragic civilization and architecture are already attractive by themselves, without these cult theories. We conclude our trip with Nuragi. The Nuragi at Barumini represents the peak achievement of the Nuragic civilization and shows clearly the succession of distinct periods of development. To reach the central fortress, one needs to pass through a labyrinth of circular walls. The most striking feature is the way the huge basalt blocks forming the central tower fit together. 4 turrets surround the main tower. They are connected by underground passages, testimony to the skill of its architects.